Yo, happy holidays everyone. If you're playing the finals, we just had a new patch that came out which includes lots of balance changes, quality of life improvements, general UI changes, and the game's first event. So if you liked the video, please subscribe and comment down below your thoughts on the patch. Alright, so starting off with the balance changes, we had the goo gun. I guess there was an issue where the goo could block a player, so that has been fixed. So the mesh shield for the heavy class, the health has been reduced from 1250 to 1100. I think that this is a pretty good nerf because, everyone was using mesh shield. It was that powerful, so it's good to kind of tone it down a little bit. The recon senses, I'm pretty sure this is one of the medium classes thing. I'm be honest, I've never used it. But the activation cost has been reduced from 2 to 1. I guess that's a slight buff. I'm not too sure, guys. I've never played it, so correct me if I'm wrong. The C4, so this was a big change that happened. So the max player damage has been reduced to 210 from 240. Along with this, the radius that it can damage from has been reduced from 2.4 meters to 1.6. But also the self-damage multiplier has been increased to 1.3 from 1. So basically this means it's going to be doing less damage and in a smaller radius, but it's actually going to do more damage to you and your teammates. And I think this is pretty good, especially from like if you're contesting a cash out and trying to steal it and they have a million C4s on there. It's going to be a little bit less of a nuisance to deal with. Moving on, the dome shield health has been reduced to 300. It's down from 350, so a little bit of a nerf there, which is good. Then we have the gas mine, the glitch mine, the regular mine, and the pyro mine. For all of them, the arming time has been added to 1.6 seconds. This means that it's going to take a little bit longer to arm the mine, so you can't just, put it down and immediately detonate it. I think this is a good nerf to it. It makes them a little bit less oppressive, but at the same time, it's not really going to change the core mechanics of it. And the goo grenade, there was an issue where the goo would block the player, so that's good that they fixed it. Along with the arming time addition, for the regular mine, the explosive one, the max player damage has been reduced from 160 to 140. And then also the damage radius has been reduced from 4 meters to 3.5 meters. So again, this is going to be a little bit less oppressive, so it's going to be nice when you're contesting a cash out, for example. The RPG, now this is the biggest one probably. There's a lot of changes to the RPG. Now, the RPG max player damage has been reduced from 165 to 150. Along with this, the minimum player damage has been reduced from 90 to 80. Also, the radius that you can damage has been reduced from 4.75 to 4.5 meters. The max damage radius has been reduced from 2.5 meters to 1.5 meters. The aim down sights dispersion has increased slightly, and the hip fire dispersion has also increased slightly. What this means is that it's going to be a little bit harder to hit your opponents. You can still one-shot light classes, but it's going to be a lot harder to hit them direct on, which is kind of what you need to kill them in one RPG hit. If you're a light player, you're probably happy. I made a video on how annoying it is to just get one shot by a random RPG from like out of nowhere, so I'm a little happy that I'm seeing this nerf to the RPG a little bit. The stun gun, so they actually increased the range from 10 meters to 12 meters. I think this is fine. I mean, it's a little bit annoying getting stunned over and over in a game. Like, when the light is hitting their shots, it's so frustrating to deal with. But, I mean, I feel like this is fine. Now, moving on to the maps. So, the Alien Invasion event, there was actually a repulsor that was added to the flying saucer. I'm not exactly sure what a repulsor means, I'm not gonna lie. English is not my strong suit. I'm pretty sure that's like a beam or something that'll beam down during the event. I don't know. On Vegas, they updated the strain in the various buildings, which gives better destruction results. And they also resolved an issue where the cash out stations would become invisible before the player has finished the transfer. And then also in Bankit, they removed Deathmatch Game Show event from occurring in the Bankit game mode. So that's fine. Moving on to the weapons, the AKM, there was a slight adjustment to the recoil pattern for it. Now it's more of like a zigzag going down. You could probably see pictures of the new pattern. The flamethrower, the fire rate has increased to 170 from 160, so it's going to fire a little bit faster. The LH1 has had its damage increased from 45 to 47, so there's a slight buff there for that weapon. Melee weapons, they fixed an issue where the melee hits didn't always connect with the enemy players. This is good because I think I've noticed this a couple times. You go for a melee and it feels like you should have connected, but you didn't. It didn't register. And it's just going to make the game feel a lot better when you're going in for those melee hits. The M11 damage has increased from 15 to 16. This is a good buff for the weapon, but if I'm being honest, I don't see anyone using the M11. There's just better ones for the light class. The Riot Shield, there was a bug where the shield would actually block bullets while invisible during interactions, so they fixed that bug. And then the SA-1216, the pellet dispersion has increased slightly, and the damage per pellet has been reduced from 8 to 7. So there's a slight nerf there, but I feel like the weapon is still going to be pretty powerful, and I'm going to see a lot of people using it in their ranked games. There's also some changes to movement. So they reduce instances where you unintentionally climbed on objects outside of the player's view, and fix an issue where players could get stuck without being able to give input. Then also for the ziplines, they prevented placement of ziplines on pickupables. So they're making slight changes to movement to reduce some of the issues that they find with it. And then finally for the UI, there was various fixes to contestant screens, polished to social screens, which now hides the invite to party button when you're not the party leader. Added a warning to the UI that appears when players are in danger of being AFK kicked. Player health bars now use a squad color when selected in the settings. The UI shows you as unranked unless you're among the top 500 on the leaderboard, so there's a couple various changes right there for the UI. Alrighty, and that takes us to the second part of this patch, and that's the Christmas event that's actually in this patch. So the first thing you'll notice is that in the store there are 2 new bundles. So this first bundle is this tactical tiding set. It's actually free. It expires on January 3rd, so be sure to go collect it. In it you get a nice Santa hat, you get a gun charm for stocking. This is a grenade skin, festive firepower. It's pretty cool. It's like an ornament. It's kind of dope. And then a sticker, which is nice. So it's a nice free pack, and I'm actually happy they're getting a free stuff for events because I think that's a pretty good gesture to the player base. Along with this, there's another bundle that they released that also expires on January 3rd. It's the Holiday Spirit set. So this is skin all together. It's pretty interesting. The individual parts, we get the reindeer antlers. I think it's a pretty nice headband. The elf boots, which are kind of dope, I'm not gonna lie. The non-ugly Christmas sweater, it's pretty cool. I'm a big fan of this one. I mean, I love how the snowflakes on it actually move. That's pretty cool. It's like animated. The sleigh shorts, I don't know. Something about it just looks weird to me. So I'm not the biggest fan, but like, it's fine. It's fine. And then there's a face paint, Candy Cane Rouge. It's like kind of like a blushing in the face area. So those are the 2 new bundles. They both expire January 3rd, like I said, so be sure to claim them before then. And then the other new thing for the Christmas update is that one of the maps, Monaco, actually got a map update in that now it's snowing there, and you can see as you're playing there's snow on the ground, and then there's other like little Easter egg, like there's a snowman and other Christmas related Easter eggs. So I think it's pretty cool. So there you have it, guys. That's the new patch 1.4 that came to the finals. I think the Christmas event is a pretty solid event. I like how they're giving away a free bundle. I think that's pretty good on the devs on their part, and the actual patch notes themselves I think are also pretty good. I mean, they're giving little nerfs to items that were definitely way too strong, and I'm excited to play again and see how this patch actually translates in ranked. That's it for this video, guys, and if you liked it, please subscribe and comment down below your thoughts on the new patch.